Hey everybody, welcome back to Sunday Watchlist. So let's get straight into this. I know it's been a while, but just been busy with a few things personally. Let's go over earnings this week. So Monday we have before the open BTM, Syra Health, and Viomi. Don't be confused with the Bitcoin Depot. It's not Bitcoin. It's what they use for cash to turn cash into Bitcoin. A few people will be looking at that. I'm really not that heavy on it in all reality. But TMC, the metals company, that's always a good one to watch, especially with buildings and stuff like that. When people create new buildings, you know, stuff like that. But Tuesday, GameStop for all of you people that are still focused on those meme stocks. GameStop is reporting. Digital Holdings is reporting as well. Um, Direct Digital Holdings. So those two you could look at for after the open, unless you want to play those at a straddle or play the earnings call or earnings put. Wednesday for me would be the more of the day that I'll be looking at it before the open. Not really anything after the open. RH is big for after the open on Wednesday, but I'm really looking at Carnival, Paychex, and Cintas. Those are the top three that I'll be looking at this week. And then Thursday, you could look at a WBA before the open as well. But other than that, I'm really focused on Carnival, Cintas, and Paychecks for this week for earnings. I will not be playing an earnings lotto this week, just because it's not really that big of high names. I do have some long-term positions of Carnival that I did go over in the Discord and in one of the first videos for those Sundays lives. All right, let's get straight into the news for the week. So Monday at 8:25, we had the Fed in Atlanta speaking. Chicago Fed at 9. New home sales at 10. So basically, 10 o'clock would be the big data on Monday. Tuesday, after the materials company, we have earnings for, well, not really earnings, excuse me. We have data for 8:30 for durable goods. That counts as well as part of the metal. We have durable goods minus transportation as well, and consumer confidence, and a 9 a.m. Uh, the Case Shiller home price index for 20 cities. I can't tell you those 20 cities exactly, but our all these are big data, not big data, but data that you should definitely be aware of. Nothing for Wednesday until 6 p.m., so you don't really have to worry about anything. Thursday, initial jobless claims, GDP second version, Chicago's PMI, pending home sales, and consumer sentiment. So we have data all in the morning. So Thursday you'll have some data, and this would definitely help move the SPY in the market as well. Friday you have personal income, personal spending, wholesale inventory, retail, trade balances, the core PCE indexes, core PCE, and Powell is speaking at 11:30. So if you make good money between Monday to Thursday, or I would say you could just take a seat back and wait, because it'll probably chop around Friday, might chop around a little bit Thursday as well, just because we have Powell speaking at 11:30. If you don't catch a move between 9:30 and let's say 10:30, 10:45, I would just wait until after Powell's done speaking on Friday. But at that, it is Friday, and things could sell off, things could bounce. So that is the biggest day that we have for the week for data is Friday, mostly because of Powell speaking. All right, let's get straight into SPY for the for what we have going on. So as you know, we did pop up with FOMC and all the data that came out. So what we're looking at here is for a pullback into this 518. So you can see it here. this 518 level, which was the previous all-time highs, and we want to see SPY come down into this level, hold it, and then go and aim for these highs again at this 124. There's a huge wall at that 124, by the way. Huge, huge, huge wall. So you can set your first target to that 520 from 518 to 520. That'd be a great scalp. This 518.2 to 518 exactly would be a nice area for a bounce. You could even bring it a little lower to this 517.5. Kind of cover this whole area here for a bounce zone. For the downside, honestly, you would have to break and hold below 518 for a move down into this 516, 515 area. So you could wait for, what we want to see is SPY come down, bounce off this level, confirm the bounce if you really wanted to, and make a move for that 520. Cut, trim profits here at 520, and hold to see if it comes back up to this 524. There's a huge wall at this 524 to 525 area right there. For the downside, you could honestly wait for this to come down, wait for the reaction, see if there's a reaction here, come down, use this as a resistance once more, and then come back down to that 516, 515 area. So those are the levels on SPY. You could look for a rejection again at this 524 to 525. Anything up here, would look to get into some puts, and anything down here with confirmation, look for a bounce. Same thing up here. But again, we're able to play this either way. Break and hold above this 525 for another leg higher. Break and hold below 517.5 for another leg lower to that 515. And then here, bounce with the confirmation. First area for the take profit would be that 520. $2 to $3 bounce, depending on where we get in. Qs. On Qs, we have, as you kind of already saw, some gaps that need to be filled. It's in between this zone that I've been looking at for a while now. I am looking for puts to fill the gap underneath this 432. So as you see it, that gap right here. And it fills all the way up until that 425. About a $7 gap. You can call it a $5 gap if you want as well. There's that little gap right there that we want, all the way to that 425. This whole move right here. And as you see, there's a lot of bounce area here that it was used for demand. Bounced up, which is why we have a fill, and this would be the line in the sand. Break and hold below 525. You could look for that 420, and if it breaks below that, we're going even lower. The line in the sand for the upside would be this 450. So here we're simply looking at a break and hold above this 450. This 440 would be the bounce zone up into that 442. Anywhere around here, I'd look for a hold. Excuse me, mouse kind of freaked out here. Anything around here with confirmation, I'd like to see confirmation and then a bounce up to that 445 for the first target. 444, 445 for the first target, with potential profit, full take profit at that 450. A reject here. If this starts to rejecting and it starts showing confirmation for another leg down lower back into this 442. Break and hold below 440. Look for that 432 to get hunted, and if we break and hold below that, look for that 425 down here to finally get filled, and then I'll definitely try some buys down here. And that's what we have for QQQ. Let's go over IWM. So here in IWM, honestly, I'm not looking for anything on the upside. It's in between a zone that I have. So I'm looking for a break and hold above this 210 and a hold of this 200. Anything in between here, it could do whatever it wants. I'm looking for a move up here or a move down here. So I'm looking for a break and hold above 210 to target 215 up here. So I'm looking for this to come up, break, hold, 215. Or come down, break, hold, test 200 again, come down to this 195. I'll show you why not 195 and 215 are the levels. If you look at this 195 area here, you start seeing a big reaction for people setting buys. This whole area here at 195, 196, tons of noise, as you see here. Tons of noise in that area. And if you want to look at the 215 level, you see it here, that 210, break and hold, target that 215 here. Tons of noise right here, as you see, that 215 area. It's around all these wicks that you see here. All these top wicks are around that level. Bottom wicks, excuse me. All of these right here are around that 215. That's why we target that 215 here, as you see it here. All of those. And then here, of course, as you saw, that 195. All of this noise here. And tons of area of interest here. And if we break that 195, target 190, of course. Oh, my mouse freaking out again. Excuse me, everybody. That was weird. So yeah, you would target that 190 down here. Another area that used to be resistance. Now it's support. And I only tested it once so far. That's support. We're going to look at NVIDIA, of course. We'll probably take an eye on Tesla. So, very, very, very simple. As you see this trending up still. It has not had a red week since January this year. Excuse me, yeah, January this year, which was the first week of the year. That was the only time it had a red week. This is crazy. It opened beginning of the year at 440, and we're up to 940 now. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But in all honesty, what I'm looking at here is a break and hold above this 950. Break and hold above that 950 here. Let's leave that there at 940. That was weird. Thought I moved it. There we go. Alright, that's just freaking out. Apologies, everybody. But yeah, I tried to set it at that 950, but it's showing 950.26. So a break and hold above that 950. We're looking for a break, hold, and then we'll target these levels here at 970. And if it breaks that, I don't have a stop until 1,000. I'll hold that until it reaches 1,000. The downside, a break and hold below 900 is what I'm really looking for another leg lower. If you see any weakness at this 970 area, my mouse is freaking out today. At this 970 area here, that would correlate with a double top. Usually a sign of that rejection with a double top here, you would definitely get another leg lower, and you could literally target these lows here if it breaks that 900. So that's what we're looking for here. Break and hold above 950. Honestly, Nvidia could probably do whatever it wants here. I'd love to see it to break and hold above 950. Bounce at this 900. 930 is a really good area as well. 930 to 920. It's a really good area for a bounce level. This whole area here. Trickle down, gain momentum, gain all this buy power from down here to break that 950. You could look for something like that as well. All right, let's go over Tesla for the week. Let me delete these. All right. Tesla's kind of been on a little downtrend. If you followed on Discord this week, this 160 was a huge area that we had for a buy. Hopefully people definitely got filled in there for long term, especially. It's a huge area. As you saw, it touched here and it, came right back up. So what I'm looking for now on Tesla, another test of that 165. You guys get it. 165 right here. Perfect. Another test of that 165. I'd love to see it hold that 165, but I'll definitely take calls again at this 160 level. For the upside, I need to see this break and hold above 180. Let me mark it right here. Break and hold above 180. And my mouse just freaked out. Here we again. So a break and hold above 180. Come in and we'll target 185 to start off up here. So clear all of this that we have here. Clear all of that noise. Apologies. I tried to draw that better. Clear that noise right here. Or come down, test this for another move higher, just like that. Or come down, test. If you missed it, try to wait for it to come back down again and take it. Or it comes down, rejects it, comes into 160, and we take over. Use this to 165 again, and we start trekking all the way back up higher. Downside, of course, the break and hold below that 160, target below 160 all the way down to this 150 level. Ignore that 155 and honestly hunt for that 150. So that's what we have going on for the week. Tesla, Nvidia. We could go over CCL actually, since we'll be looking at it for the long terms. So I have long leaps down here. If it comes back down to this area, I'll enter some long leaps with expiration close to end of the year down here. I'm looking for a move up into this 200. That would be beautiful, but I'm not going to enter any puts at any levels until it breaks and holds below that $11 range. If it breaks and holds below 11, then I'll look to enter some short-term puts